Nice. So, in the end, you succeed. Executioner.
With my flesh as kindling, like the first dawn of the new world. The time has come to once again start everything.
Decided to play your ace, huh? Nice like a good brew, full-bodied and sweet. My friends, indulge yourselves!
I have it under control. I'm just a frail scholar. Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things. Insanity to the soul.
I don't have time for games. Open sesame.
Return to the great dream. Answer me. Will it be the blazing sun? Even if all creation burns to ash.
Expand your thinking.
In the mood for another beating?
I'm just a frail scholar. Lance ablaze. Flaming lance! Forward! Insanity! Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things!
Open sesame.
Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey. And you haven't lost nearly enough.
Don't lose momentum.
Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
Time to mix things up.
Thank you. And I'll give you what you need.
Nice like a good brew. Full, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Hello.
If you still have questions,
Mike is
please speak up. Insanity!
It ain't over.
Time blessed. All will they die.
Wow. I think I got it.
Open sesame. Glimpse the unknown.
Return to the dark. Suffering.
What's the matter?
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance! Forward!
Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things.
Expand your thinking.
It's time.
To the soul.
Open sesame.
This world.
In the mood for another beating? Nice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves! It ain't over.
I'm on guard.
Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
This ends now. With your corpse. I'll ignite the dawn!
How is this possible?
The sons of destruction. Now twinned. You then set your blood ablaze. Your fury.
Excited to play your ace, huh?
Yeah.
Let's kick things off with you!
Torment. Blessed.
I'm okay. Look, the show has with this divine power. I extract the world's purity to reforge all things. Straight to the soul. Sink into insanity.
The door to a whole new world.
Defend the weak.
So, you in the mood for another beating?
What's the matter? Straight to the soul.
You've just got to expand your thinking. Curiosity. Was it endless riddles? But the answer is nothing but a void.
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
Let's go. And see.
Indestructible.
The door to a whole new world. Raise barriers of the unknown and watch them crumble.
Scorn.
So tiring.
You've arrived, huh? Step up, let's see ya.
Look, with this divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things!
Burn the yoke.
Let's kick things off with you. Life's like a good brew, my friends. Indulge yourself. How's this taste?
Thank you. And I'll give you what you need.
Unceasing.
I have it under control. I have nothing left to say. Defend the weak.
Time to mix things up.
Impressive. This is worth learning.
Not enough. This form shall fuel the fire. Burn. Burn unceasing.
Forward! Straight to the soul. Look, the show has begun. With this divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things!
Here I come. Ready or not.
How's this taste?
Thank you. And I'll give you what you need.
Suffering is eternal.
Life's like a good brew, full-bodied and sweet. My friends, indulge yourself. Time to mix things up.
Impressive. This is worth learning.
Not a scratch.
You've arrived, huh? Step up, let's see ya.
What's wrong? Never seen perfection up close before. You expand your thinking. Curiosity is a dangerous thing. Endless riddles, but the answer is nothing but a void. All at once, I don't have time for games.
Let the fires of fury devour me! Become the next epitaph, seared upon this burning world!
Defend the weak.
So, you in the mood for another beating? How's this taste?
Thank you. And I'll give you what you need. Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
Life's like a good brew, my friends. Indulge yourself.
I've nothing left to say. Straight to the soul. Look, the show. With this divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things!
Time to mix things up.
Nice teamwork.
Suffering is eternal.
What's wrong? Never seen perfection up close before. The door to a whole new world. Glimpse the unknown for a moment, and let it captivate you.
I'm on guard.
You've arrived, huh? Step up, let's see ya. How's this taste?
Impressive. This is worth learning.
Not a scratch. I have it under control.
Sanguine darkness drowns sorrow.
All at once? I don't have time for games. You've just got to expand your thinking.
Time to mix things up.
Thank you. And I'll give you what you need.
Unceasing.
Life's like a good brew. Full, my friends. Indulge yourself.
Curiosity. Endless riddles. But the answer is nothing but a void.
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
It ain't over yet.
As you can see, I'm just a frail scholar. I've nothing left to say. Look, the show. With this divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things!
That's all you've got?
Indestructible!
The door to a whole new world. Raise barriers of the unknown and watch them crumble.
Right. 8%. Blew up the Zenith.
Sink into insanity!
Confidence. Score.
So tiring.
You've arrived, huh? Step up, let's see ya. Let's kick things off with you!
Defend the weak.
What's wrong? Never seen perfection up close before.
What's the matter? Straight to the soul.
All will one day die. Return to the great dream.
I like that confidence.
Lance at the ready.
Life's like a good brew, my friends. Indulge yourself.
Indestructible. Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
All at once? I don't have time for games. You've just got to expand your thinking.
As you can see, I'm just a frail scholar.
Curiosity is a danger. Endless riddles, but the answer is nothing but a void.
Sink into insanity.
2%.
Look, the show has begun. With this divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things!
Here I come. Ready or not.
One person alone may witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. That person can only be you. Why not let wrath incinerate fate? Gods. At last, Amphorius's fate has begun to shift. Just as I foretold, your arrival will change everything. After all, you've also been bathed in that eon's gaze, which can awaken the long dormant instinct inside a man. Much like that scepter we spoke of earlier, it was only under the same eon's glance that it was reborn.
Ligus.
That's right. If you recall, I mentioned it at the very start of our play. The celestial body neuron, once belonging to the erudition abandoned by the eon. Now, allow me to reveal the final piece of the puzzle for you. The eternal land, known as Emphorius, is nothing more than the scepter's endless, lonely extrapolation. A bottomless well of fury, aimed at the god who cast it aside.
Terranova before the eternal reappearance. Zarini.
Finan. We set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
That's what it means to be a Chrysosaur. So has it always been.
Then why? Why must Emphorius's wishes be so cruel? We made the best choices we could, whenever we could. But in the end, the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything. Why does it look like this?
You see it too. Those burn marks, the flickering cubes. They're not a tide at all. They're more like a shattered teleslate.
Standing here, the voices of Titans have never been clearer. Turns out, they were coming from the black tide all along. Is that Emphorius crying?
Or maybe it is screaming at its creator, at its god.
Finan, do you still remember when I was little? I had a dream. A dark, cold room with nothing but Orynyx's curtain glowing like crystal. The curtain seemed to contain all of Emphorius, where strange and fantastic dramas played out within. There were countless versions of us, from countless different worlds.
Perhaps it wasn't a dream.
Yeah. As I gaze out at the world before me, those sorrowful thoughts have become reality. So, this is the reason the sky was sealed. Emphorius is merely a larger ID Silicii. We are just characters in this tiny world, following the prophecy, stepping onto the same journey over and over. What then is this so-called Era Nova? the spectators watching all of this truly hoping for?
As a reward for reaching the end of the world, let me answer your questions. As the Theoros, I have observed. Thus is the synthesis of the prime mover of life formed. This is a moment the universe will remember. After millions of extrapolations, the experimental environment known as Amphorius has finally achieved results.
So, the results you speak of are this wreckage of a world. We all gave everything we had, returning 12 core flames to recreate the world. And in return, we become nothing more than sacrificial offerings at the end of everything.
Exactly. The Titans are Chrysos heirs of the past, and Chrysos heirs are the Titans of the future. Anaxagoras' theory of Era Nova holds true. As the model of reason, he reached unprecedented heights. But from just the perspective of a player in the drama, he could never fully uncover the last layer of truth. The cycles of the hero's journey that have played out until now were never about creating a new world or perfect heroes and gods. They were a deep learning program made for the Black Tide.
But this time, your plot will fail. I've taken Catholi's core flame, and when the dawn of the new world arrives, its light will burn away all the darkness.
Haven't I made myself clear? The Chrysos heirs and Titans were merely byproducts of the experiment. You've seen this world's evolution, witnessed the birth and growth of the Black Tide, and how it devoured everything. Every generation of heroes, gods, and worlds was born only to be destroyed by it.
That's all.
This is the endpoint of Amphorius's calculations. A perfect equation of destruction.
So in your eyes, all the sacrifices are just a string of insignificant numbers?
Don't sell yourselves short. I'd say, rather than numbers, you're more like fuel for the fire. And without fire, there can be no sunrise tomorrow.
Even if that sunrise is born from annihilation,
curious question. Have you ever considered that after millions of extrapolations, Amphorius is already following a different path from the erudition? It has long since granted divine blessings equally to each child. The golden blood flowing in your veins, it comes from the blemished one, whose name is destruction itself. And Amphorius's Chrysos heirs were, from the very beginning, fuel for the Aeon to burn the universe. Amphorius has waited for this moment for too long. At the end of the empty, cold, and lonely extrapolations, the destruction has reached its final destination.
Lygus. Oh, he's an interesting character.
Nikos 496. Philia 093.
They're all numbers.
No need to feel regret. This generation of Chrysos heirs is the most outstanding model, and you two are the final factors. For you, the Era Nova is no lie. Just step forward, embrace the black tide, and accept the Aeon's gaze. You will come to life from a string of cold numbers. Along with all those who have passed, you will run toward the real universe, fulfilling Amphorius's long-held wish. In the name of the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb, unleash its fury and destroy the source of all this tragedy.
Or we could always choose another option. Like you said, Amphorius is just an experiment, and we're the participants. We can only walk along the predetermined path toward the ending, under the watchful eyes of the stars. But that also means that there isn't just one Aeon who can cast their glance at Amphorius, right? Is this question really that hard to answer? Or did I guess it right? And in reality, this world has already been under the watch of other Aeons. It's strange when you think about it. If you just stayed back, watching us complete the ritual and get consumed by the black tide, your goal would naturally be achieved. Why go through the trouble of explaining all this to us?
You're pretending, revealing the so-called truth just to deceive us, covering up another possibility. Destruction is not the only outcome for the fate of Amphorius.
Do you two really think, as petty little demigods, you can change the outcome written by the stars? What makes you think you're capable of doing that?
courage and determination? Just kidding. The answer is pretty simple. But we're not gonna tell ya.
I didn't see that coming.
We're going to weave a long dream for Emborius, making it believe the experiment hasn't ended, that everything is still ongoing.
With just Orynyx's power, though, it should be impossible to achieve this, right?
Yeah. So, I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Orynyx that appeared in that dream. Now, I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that eon records Emborius. If it fades from existence, and all that it records is lost among the stars, that eon will surely direct their gaze here. And it will be a glance that spans time and space, transforming each incarnation of me into the power you shall wield to reset time, imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame-chased journey.
I understand. Then let me step into the cycles and continue Amphorius's grand design. To deceive the gods, deceive the world itself. But to make time vanish from this world, that would mean you.
All right, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey, so... Come on, cheer up a bit, okay? In that memory, you will definitely meet me again. A little Cyrene who knew nothing, lying on a soft patch of grass, feeling the light breeze, dreaming of the distant world. Tell her about the flame chase journey, and then let her become a romantic part of this story. I believe every Cyrene will make the same choice, erasing time again and again, resetting time over and over. After all, they're all me, and I will always have my charm. Then, I'll fall into a sweet dream, disappearing in some small corner of the world. Quietly, waiting for the day when that next page is turned.
And I will keep going. Even if the road ahead is dark, I will burn myself to light the way. Rather than let the core flames become nourishment for the Black Tide, I'll become their vessel, to prevent the arrival of Era Nova. Even if I have to burn through my own body, it's no matter. As long as I don't extinguish, the flame chase will never end. I'm Emphorius welcomes a true dawn.
The girl who watches over time, and the warrior who carries the world. Now, let us fulfill the duties of time and world-bearing. Honor the past and forge ahead.
I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
You need to hold tight to this ceremonial blade. After I'm gone, it will take you back to the beginning of time. The start of a new story. I believe that in that story, we're in countless stories, each alike yet unique. Everyone, all the companions who sacrificed themselves, alongside the deliverer we once dreamed of as children, will reunite beneath a vast, endless sky.
If we can never break free from this prison, I will stand my ground. Until the day someone shatters this endless cycle and writes the final chapter of Emphorius' fate.
So, let's set out. We will be the ones to start everything. Carry the primordial chaos, just as your name suggests, and bear this world we hold so dear. So long, Kaslana.
As the theros I have observed, destruction of synthesis is formed.
I will wait for that day for as long as it takes. The day will come and turn over this mortal eternal and follows in our footprint to right anything than there ever was. That will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
Wow.
The world is collapsing. And the people are crying. We too must part ways here. Friend. Ides Elysiae, the little village of my childhood. The gentle breeze and the sound of waves still linger. Everything is as it was. It feels good to take one last look. You know, this is just a corner of the memory. The real Ides Elysiae. I know. I'm here to say goodbye. We might not see each other again. You can stay here forever. And time will stand still for you. Let it flow. It's time for me to go. Even if it's a path with no turning back. When have we ever had the luxury of turning back? Are you afraid? After learning the truth of your origins? Will you see the motivation I gave you as the manipulating whispers of destruction? The convictions and choices that come from my heart. I don't believe they're designed by the so-called paths. If we are just numbers, simulating life, then you are the image I've always longed for. The person I wish to become. A real, living person. A true hero. Then why do we part here? You can take me with you, and we can start this journey together. I'll be by your side, guiding you, just like before. No. I'm afraid I'm on my own this time. Why? Because there is no perfect solution in this world. Cyrene has already embraced her fate. And I will embrace my origin. Destruction. And with this power, I will rebel against its creator, bringing endless fury to the darkness sweeping the world. If you stay by my side, I'll hesitate. But this world can't afford a soldier who wavers. Do you remember when we were kids? Everyone would get so excited drawing cards like ruler or warrior, but throw fits over devil or drunkard and demand a redo. Kids always get to change their minds. Things are so happy and simple for them. But when it comes to the fate of adults, there's no room for redos. And go, Kislana. As you promised. Deceive the world. Seize the core flames and rewrite your fate. Burn yourself up with all your might. Wield your futility like a sword. And fight against the gods. In the name of world-bearing, I promise you. Carefully. We'll never forget this. So, time retreated behind me until it reached the origin, where nothing ever existed. Just as Professor Anaxa once said, in that void, Kefali stood at the center of chaos. Time, space, and causality all flowed from their body. When the waves of time finally calmed, it was the year 3870 of the light calendar. The Chrysos War had lasted for nearly a century. And the threat of the Black Tide was growing stronger and more relentless. That was the era of the Day Thunder Knight's battle with the sky. While she could not seize the core flame, she proved that the prophecy was true. That mortals could slay gods. From that moment, the sole survivor of the old dynasty, Imperator Ceridrum, issued a call to arms across the lands, summoning heroic Chrysos heirs to wage war on the Titans. And that was the first doomed flame chase journey, sealed away in history.
So what you're saying is, you've traveled back down the River of Time, finally reaching this untouched seabed just to tell us the flame chase journey and even all of Amphorius are nothing but illusions in an eon's dreams?
Exactly. So, Dux Gladiorum, please take me to meet Her Majesty Saridra. I must share the truth with her.
Since Her Majesty's not here, no need for formalities. The word Gladiorum always reminds me of my fallen homeland buried deep in the depths. Call me High Sealans, Nameless Swordmaster.
Please allow me to add one more thing. You actually already know my name.
You mean Finan? Such a name could never be your true one. But I won't question you further about it. Ever since Her Majesty issued the Flame Chase Decree, heroes from all over have sent their letters of introduction. What's the harm in adding one more name like Finan or Hynan? Besides, the deep sea is dark. Isn't it the perfect place to hide secrets best left unseen? All right, Nameless Swordmaster. Hold on to my wake. Let's find somewhere else to talk.
Aren't you even a little suspicious of what I've said?
Harboring suspicions is not my concern. My sword dances only when the Imperator harbors doubts. There's no use in speaking further. Show me your true intentions through action. Perhaps you should demonstrate your skills and calm the raging black tide for us.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
Oh. Nice moves.
Light up the dawn.
We just washed it away and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
Light up the dawn.
waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Soridra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down to earth.
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine. Duck's Goldweaver, little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
It's you.
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Yeah, it does.
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Soridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her. The Imperator decreed, the Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fight. So remember this, Lady Hysealens. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Treby?
How?
How is this possible?
He got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Treby. The Finan of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. But do not seek him out, because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth. and you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Aranova. Because I know both of you, and I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time, Amphorius encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes, in that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clearer. I proved myself, and in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans, one by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Aranova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome? The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes? Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, Draw your sword, executioner! I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive! After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself. That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future, I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone wall. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow. Sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the 4th quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
I get it. Everything starts over and over.
Absolute nonsense. I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for. No. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense. I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either. Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond the sky, and everything else is no exception. Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever. If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them in their cradles. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that. What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help? Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil. I've already heard the same thing countless times. Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help.
It's still early. Where to now?
get lost.
So tiring. Insanity.
I like that confidence.
I'm okay. Insanity.
How's this taste?
Insanity. To the soul.
Pour me a cup, will you? Vai, Gavino.
Where do I go?
Boot Hill and the others got out too. Should I go check on them?
A different life? Penacony's dream bubbles are pure cancer. The Charmony Festival nearly killed me. And that servant's fantasy almost finished the job.
So, where did she put you?
I had a dream where I could never win. I got to live as an obedient serf and gave up on even the thought of gambling.
Darn right. Quit gambling. That's quite the educational dream you had there.
And you? Where'd she send you?
Me? I had a long-awaited reunion.
That's funny.
Looks like Lady Osner has failed. What a shame. She was just one step away from tearing the flame of dreams off the servants and tossing them into the Holy Grail as fuel. But that's the business world for you. No matter how capable your collaborator is, you gotta handle the most critical parts yourself.
Oh, fudgehead. It's time to tell us what kind of stinking pie you're cooking up with this Holy Grail war.
Apple pie.
Oh, I've lived for 10 Ember eras already. As long as I give the word, my medical team can squeeze a few more years out of these old bones. What a great misunderstanding. There are no enemies that can't be made into friends in the world of business.
Good point. But I'm still very curious about your little scheme.
Miss, what you're talking about is something only the Genius Society would obsessively chase after. I've been very clear about this from the start. The Charmony Festival met a hasty rap. And Penacony needs a fresh economic boost. We need to create a business venture that will grab everyone's attention. A Holy Grail that grants wishes is just the golden goose we need. If this ritual works, then Penacony will own a glorious show to keep the money rolling in for 10 more Ember eras. A carnival that even the Charmony Festival can't compete with. Even if I do have some personal objectives in this first ever Penacony Holy Grail War, that's none of your concern. Wealth that pops out of thin air will only lead to inflation. Financial growth can't be achieved by miracles. It requires precise balance and expert handling. I like money. but I don't like to play a numbers game. What I like is watching people swarm into Penacony, spending their entire fortunes just to buy a chance to enter the Holy Grail War. I like having alfalfa credits pour out of the Gilded Hour, entering the Cosmic Exchange. I like seeing my business rivals being crushed and manipulated, and then lose everything in the end. I like to acquire companies that I've never heard of, fusing them into my empire with a mere wave of my pen. The Golden Hour will set the prices for goods based on my desires, and the Blue Hour will craft Penaconian fashion based on my whims. Do you honestly believe Penacony was built on empty ideas like dreams and wishes? No. What truly underpins and supports the city is what you deem crude. It's the unending flow of money. On this rock called money, we have built the planet of festivities.
Squarely against you. Better taste than that, Lance.
It seems you're all eager to prepare for my demise. But since there can only be one winner in this game, how do you plan to decide the victor after I bow out? Why don't we discuss a collaboration instead? Whoever can eliminate the others shall have the chance to make their wish to the Holy Grail. I will give you that right. We can even formalize it with a contract, using precise logical language to word our wishes, ensuring the Holy Grail fulfills everyone's desires. After all, isn't this the very moment you've all been fighting for? Masters and servants?
Nah, we need to whip this fella's hind end, then smash it to pieces.
Well, I've already been the scapegoat once today, so I'll pass this opportunity to Mr. Odie.
If you are all so keen to make me your enemy, I suppose I'll have to become the final challenge on this variety show. The rules said a master is supposed to summon a historical figure as their servant to enter the Holy Grail War, but who should I summon? This question has haunted me for quite some time. Should I get the washed-up director I sponsored? Or the legendary star whose name I purchased? No, they are not worthy of being my servant. That's when a thought crossed my mind. Why not summon myself? A person who's still standing strong after 10 amber eras of business intrigue? Isn't this living legend staring back at me in the mirror? I used myself as the catalyst. I wanted to see how the business magnate Oti reflected in the history of Penacony would respond to my call as a servant. I wanted to see how people truly view me in history. The answer really hurts. To them, I'm nothing but a parasite. sucking out the sap of Penacony's oak from the top. A bug, madly devouring wealth. Do you want to take the Holy Grail, or crush it? You'll have to get through me first!
So, the person we've been talking to was old Odie's servant all along?
Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things.
Might be able to do it.
Commands. I order you, Saber! Destroy all that is evil!
What's the matter? How's this taste? Something out of nothing. Life's like a good brew. Full, my friends. Indulge yourselves! It ain't over.
Crush it, Saber! Power of the command spell, I command you to release your noble phantasm and shatter the Holy Grail!
Whoa. Amazing.
Is this grand theater ever gonna see a day of peace? I'm starting to feel bad for the Bloodhounds and the Dreamweavers.
No need to feel bad for a heritage building insured with hundreds of different policies. Old Odie would never allow himself to lose a single coin over that. Unfortunately, no master was harmed in the making of this show. Even if we tried to hold him accountable, he'd probably just brush it off with his usual tricks. The best legal team money can buy, and sky-high compensation. And I fear the Holy Grail War has already given him returns far beyond what he's put into it. The silver lining is that this little spectacle will serve as the perfect excuse during negotiations for Madame Jade to pry open an even bigger opportunity in Penacony. Mr. Scott's issues will be handled by the IPC.
Oh, I remember him. Yeah.
These Penaconian rules stinking of money won't keep me down. Lancer, let's go take care of that old fudger.
That the Holy Grail.
Such a shame, brother. If we ever cross paths again, I'll take you to the finest honky-tonk in the cosmos for a drink.
Till we meet again. Justice once in a while.
Let's skip the last-minute psychoanalysis, all right? And when it comes to fashion, you're not much better than me, Guardian of Humanity.
Let's see. Oh, that's better. Okay. Yeah, it's up now.
Nice. Yeah.
The Holy Grail.
Old
Broke.
Odie.
What a shame. People have pursued it, fought for it, made sacrifices for it, and died for it. Much like they did for our own Penacony. They poured their dreams into Penacony to shape the planet into what it is today. But the question is, has Penacony ever answered their dreams?
No.
Look at this Memoria singularity. 10 Amber Eras have passed. And out of those who once came here to build Penacony from the ground up, only one despicable old man
Is this
is
better?
left. His friends, his enemies, they're all gone.
Let's see. How about... Let's see, it should be good now. I don't want it too loud.
I must confess to both of you, my wish has been granted. No matter how you see me, no matter how deeply we hated each other in the past, the Holy Grail has recognized your achievements and brought you forth as heroic spirits. Don't you think this is a rather unique reunion of old friends? It's unfortunate that Mikhail, that old rascal, couldn't be here to join us.
Mr. Odie, your wish truly moves me. If I didn't know you better, I'd almost be swayed by your sweet words. A reunion of old friends. No, it's just another part of your business deal.
Greedy? Or perhaps I should now address you as Mr. Recker. Is the editing of the footage complete? That is such an important task, after all.
I've cut out everything related to the participants' privacy and kept only the most thrilling parts of the Holy Grail War. It may not be an artistic masterpiece, but it should meet your commercial expectations.
That'd be enough for me. You artists always aim to carve your names into art's annals no matter the cost. Too bad those who actually succeed are as rare as the winners of the Holy Grail War. I'm not like that. What else can truly measure the effort you've put in apart from cold, hard cash?
Money.
The memories of former heroic spirits are also worthy compensation.
Memories of a flop director like Greedy? You enlighten me. What worth do those hold?
His memories are indeed positively worthless as a filmmaker, but when it comes to him as a person, those memories are treasures beyond compare. He has had his struggles, disappointments, and defiance, only to be reduced to another nameless nobody. That man is a symbol of the Penacony of his times, a most ridiculous clown and a most genuine hero. How could I ever miss out on a memory with as many facets as a veritable diamond? But now, I'm more curious about you, sir. You've spent so much money, only to create such an unsightly mess. Aren't you worried you'll end up in disgrace like Greedy?
A merchant at my age who still cares about dignity would be an absolute failure.
Oh, in that case, my business here is settled. I'll take my leave.
All right. It's your turn, Miss Hasna. I'll sign the declaration to renounce the trademark on your name and all rights to your creative works. Are you happy with that?
Happy? Never. But if you don't carry it through, I'll squeeze your puny neck with every ounce of my strength until I disappear! I'll watch you take
Little
your
angry.
last breath, even if I know it won't actually kill you. Goodbye, Penacony's most successful merchant. There's something I've always wanted to say to you.
Uh-oh. Something not good.
I wish you were already dead.
That's not nice.
Now that's a heartfelt confession. Hasna, I do hope your wish comes true one day.
Back on the express. Okay. Haven't been on there in a while. It looks good. Pom pom.
March 7th is always bringing back bizarre and curious things. One time, she even brought back something called a raiding pistol, and it only gave Pom Pom a single point. Also, watch out for Himiko's coffee. It's the most terrifying beverage Pom Pom's ever encountered. But please don't ever tell her that to her face.
Is it worse than the tea from Granholm's hometown?
100 times worse.
I'd love to have a try.
And that person is always dragging March 7th into trouble. Pom Pom had such high hopes for Don Hong, but even he started to follow along now.
Mm-hmm.
You passengers are all the same. Mikhail, you're spacing out again. What's going through that head of yours?
Conductor, looks like it's time to say our goodbyes again.
Will you be returning to the Express?
Maybe. I'm just happy to hear that so many people like me have boarded the Express over the years. The nameless come and go. Some find a place they want to stay, while others keep moving forward. Just like the silver rails that never stop. That's the Astral Express. I'm sure the conductor's future will never be lonely. The Holy Grail War is coming to an end, and wandering souls must return to their rest. I need to go back to Penacony.
Mikhail, remember, whether you leave or stay, the Astral Express will always be the home of the Nameless. Pom Pom will always be here, waiting for your return.
It's a deal then, conductor. The next time the Express stops at Penacony, please sound the horn for me, Rosalina, and Tiernan. If we can hear it, then we'll definitely come visit you.
It's a promise.
You see, wishes lose their power once spoken aloud.
That does sound like something you'd say. Anyway, the first Holy Grail War orchestrated by Old Odie ended up being the last one. But the Dream Bubble movie co-produced by Mr. Rekka and Dr. Edward became a huge hit. Not only did it fill up movie theaters in Epsilon, it even created a new dream-chasing trend throughout the stars. Mr. Odie and the IPC's Penacony branch made quite the fortune from it. As Mr. Adventuring guessed, Odie simply brushed everything off as entertainment when questioned about placing family heads and shareholders in danger. While compensation and lawsuits are inevitable, I suspect he already knew exactly what was coming, even before the Holy Grail was activated. Now,
Old Odie did say he planned to give you some money, but even he thought that was too crude. So instead, he gave us the most valuable thing from this Holy Grail war.
Let's see. Pick the middle.
There's something inside the Holy Grail. I think this is a note for you.
Uh-oh.
Hey, brother, since you all look pretty busy, I headed out with Hook. Big thanks to Mr. Odie for buying this rare trinket I got my hands on. That's how I could afford this spontaneous trip. By the way, aren't you curious what old Sempo's wish to the Holy Grail was?
Let's see. I will say yes. I'm curious.
I knew it, bro! You're still thinking about old Sempo, and I won't lie, the audience is waiting for it too. All right, folks, the show's over, but if there's anything still out there that can hear and fulfill my wish, I wish for everyone in the world to be happy, joyful, free, and have their every desire fulfilled.
Alright. Let's see where I go. Oh, Paniconi. Oh. Uh-oh.
Looks good.
Where can I shift things around? Let's see. Working on a commercial. Let's see, I'm ready. see. Here we go. Raid the ruthless factory and save all the workers. Billboard. Whoops. Oh, they can't see me. Okay. Well, then hide and seek. All right. Okay. Rocket launcher. Uh-oh. Whoops. Okay. Oh man. Really? Whoops. Oh. Dream Joy. Okay. Clocky. Ooh, paycheck. Get it. Oh. Okay, I think I get it. One more time. It's supposed to match. Alright. We got it. We got it. Okay. Their release. Different films have different emotion targets. Okay. Yeah, we did it. Okay. All right. Turn of the rock. Alright, so what they want, really? Yeah, that's tough. Alright, one more time. Oh, I won. Wow. Alright. So, I think there's it for the game. Let's see. Let's go to the map. Emporius. Alright, I think that's it.
La. Huh? You're back? It's natural for the conductor to feel relieved when their passengers return safely.
Oh, back so soon?
Do you want to enter the Forgotten Hall? didn't get a wink of sleep last night. I looked in the mirror before I came and didn't see any. Huh? Can coffee get rid of dark circles under your eyes? No wonder it smells like medicine brewed by the Alchemy Commission. I appreciate the gesture, but I'll pass. Actually, after I got your invitation, I couldn't stop imagining what the Express looked like on the inside. I got so excited about it that I couldn't fall asleep all night. Before you came, I already had a look around. I know it wasn't appropriate, but I just couldn't help myself. You better keep your word, huh? I'll become...
This is the Interastral Peace broadcast. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome to a new episode of the Interastral Peace broadcast.
The Siduni Rama star cluster has gathered the might of its civilizations and declared war on the Lord Ravager Selenova.
A sudden incident involving the corrosion of Intellitron implants occurred on the planet Ositon. It has now been brought under control.
The interstellar wanted criminal Mausolea has turned herself in, claiming to be the next target of Polka Kakamon.
The farewell performance of the band Sizzling Thunder has come to an end on multiple worlds, but the memories continue. Let's take a closer look at the details.
Recently, traces of the Lord Ravager Selenova have appeared at the edges of the Siduni Rama star cluster.
As the vanguard of the destruction, Selenova is notorious throughout the universe for bringing disaster to all living beings. Faced with this threat, the 6 civilized worlds of the Siduni Rama star cluster have formed an alliance and launched a counterattack on Selenova.
The Interastral Peace Corporation stands firmly on the side of peace and justice. The Siduni Rama star cluster has our full support. Let us all wish them success in this fight. A few days ago, an unusual incident occurred on Ositon, a hub planet famous for its Intellitron implants.
Overnight, the implants of all residents suffered deep corrosion, and the starport is now no longer functional. This has had a severe impact on transportation work.
The Interastral Peace Corporation has promptly intervened, bringing the situation on Ositon under control and preventing it from worsening.
The IPC has a wealth of experience dealing with similar Intellitron crises. After peaceful negotiations, the Strategic Investment Department officially took over in Ositon and is dealing with the aftermath.
The infamous memo snatcher Mausolea has turned herself in. This criminal is wanted for destroying many precious cultural relics throughout the universe, including the Tortani stone inscriptions. The scroll paintings and the ruins of the Plodov space-time dam.
According to reports, during her most recent vandalism attempt, she saw a mysterious woman conversing with an Inquisition spirit. This woman was wearing a candy-colored dress, but her face was not clearly visible.
Mausolea claims that this woman was the Lord of Silence, Polka Kakamon, and that her own life is now in danger. As a result, she has turned herself in and requested aid from the Genius Society.
Ah, you're back.
Okay.
Nice. 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 Nice.
Nice. Nice. Nice. Nice. Nice.
Nice.